Good evening, everybody. It is I, Jesse Jamie, your virtual resident of the internet, and today we are back here with Ace Attorney. Yes, I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of like, I knew I was gonna stream tonight, but I was kind of torn on whether or not I wanted to do Ace Attorney or Hollow Knight. Um, I know, but I thought about like my schedule for like the rest of this weekend. It's like tomorrow, I kind of want to finish doing the vocal work for the next cover. Because I have started doing the vocals for that. Yeah, and I kind of figured that like maybe it'd be best to do Ace Attorney tonight, because I'm not sure if it'd be a good idea to do Ace Attorney after I've basically been singing the entire day. Granted, it may also be, some may also say it might not be the best idea to sing day after you basically do like a bunch of voice acting, but you know, we're not going to focus on that. That sounds like an issue for tomorrow, Jazzy. But yeah, so to catch everyone up, there's been a murder so basically there's this embassy that is kind of separated into two different countries because it used to be one country that got separated into two. Yeah, and basically a murder happened at both embassies, and we haven't solved any of them, but we cleared someone's name of one of them. Now we need to clear this guy's name. Larry Butts. I'm sure most Ace Attorney fans recognize. Larry, there are a few things I need to ask you about.
Hey, how about that? I've got a few things I gotta ask you too.
What is it?
It's like both you and him. How is it that the two of you always manage to have some cute or hot girl by your sides? And Francie,
What about that promise you made to me?
promise?
What's promise?
The one where you said you would mail it for my next book, Francie Whipped.
What kind of fucking book is that? Larry, what books are you writing? Bro,
Yow!
Larry, you are a children's book author. You should not be making books like that.
I made no such promise.
Ever since grade school, we've had a certain saying about Larry. When something smells, it's usually the butts. One needs to look no further than this man to find the king of troublemakers. Alright, fess up. Why the fuck are you the Steel Samurai? As I recall, aren't you calling yourself Loris Donham now? Donham now?
That's down him. Laurice down him. I'm gonna straight to your head, Edgy. Ow!
Now I remember. You're that throat pale imitation of a real artist.
No, you've got it all wrong. I gave up on that whole Laurice business. Besides, when Benjalina left me in my heart in pieces, that's when Mindy walked into my life. She was so good to me that I would help in some way. And I figured I could do Steel Samurai outfits.
Your name blathering makes less and less sense each time we meet. I believe he's saying that he picked up his part-time job as a Steel Samurai so that he may attempt to capture the half the actress who plays the Pink Princess.
You got it. I knew you'd know that. What I mean, Edgy.
Not really. It's not so much I understood, but a simple deduction based on your usual modus operandi, Larry. Wow, busting out the real big words today. Larry, I'd like to confess right now to everything you did tonight.
Confess! Hey, don't tell me you suspect me too.
Nonsense. I don't believe the mental acuity he needed to plan and execute a murder. However, we are talking about you here, so I find it hard to believe that nothing happened. Wow, he really just said he's too stupid to commit a murder. Would that technically be a compliment or an insult? Because I mean, on one hand, he's saying, I can't see committing a murder. But on the other hand, it's calling him really stupid. Which, I mean, Larry is stupid, but I mean, yeah. For past experience has told me that you are always at the center of some insane event.
Edgy! How could you be so mean, stabbing me with your words like that?
Unfortunately, I don't have the time to search out the keys to unlock your heart this time. So I suggest that you cooperate and tell me what you know.
Okay, I get it. Just stop Francie from me from behind. So, I guess you know what I did, right, Edgy?
Can't even begin to imagine. However, I believe that whatever you are up to, it was probably beyond my imagination. So you'll tell me exactly what you did, Larry.
No, not yet, Edgy. I'll take a lot more. Well, not to please my lips.
Brother, you are being suspected of murder. We are like the only people here on your side. Fuck it, you know what? You know what? Yeah, it was him. Fucking throw him in jail. He deserves it. Not because I actually believe he did it, but because he's too stupid to defend himself.
Confess now. Okay, well, I was up on the roof.
And why exactly were you up there?
Oh, you know, that wintry costumed legendary hero.
Legendary? Hero?
Santa Claus!
I can't. I actually can't, this fucking dumbass. I swear to God, why is it that every time we meet, you give me more and more brain damage? What the fuck is your actual problem? Were you fucking chucked against the walls, child? Like 8 times? What? What? Why were you trying to be Santa Claus? I don't even think it's December at this point in time. I don't remember what the date was, but I don't think it's like close to like December. Santa Claus.
I don't do the thing he does, so I climbed up the one chimneys.
But when I got there was smoke pouring up the chimney. And why, pray tell, did you want to be Santa Claus? And why did you think now was the most opportune time to do it? And...
well, I couldn't go down the chimney with smoke coming up, right? So I gave up.
Larry, you do realize that Santa Claus does not exist, right?
Of course I know. I did graduate from junior high, you know.
Did you? I mean, I want to have a serious talk with the person who gave you like the go-ahead to graduate, because I think you should have spent a few more years there. Then you should also understand this. If Santa was real... Ow! Bitch! God damn it. Hi, Akbar. We're dealing with an idiot.
Ah, crud!
It is your attempt to imitate Santa Claus that has landed you as a prime suspect in this murder.
Come on, man. What's so wrong in pretending to be Santa?
I could probably think of like 5 things right now. First of all, it's dumb as shit. It's dangerous. Santa's not real. You'd technically be breaking and entering, and it got you suspected for murder. Yeah, just off the top of my head, I didn't even like to think about it, just off the top of my head. Oh my god, this idiot. Let's start with the fact that it'll be Edith of March in the matter of an hour. See, I was right. It's fucking March. What? Santa only visits home on December 24th. That's in December, you dickwit. Hey Jazzy Scarf Work, about to crash. Just want to say hi and wish you a good night, buddy. And I hope you have a good night, Punditful. Thank you for stopping by. I hope
I hope you had a good day at work. I hope it wasn't too bad. Hey, wait a sec. We're not in court.
Oh my god. I swear, every time we talk to him, I feel a migraine coming on. No. It was the exact same statue sitting in that Babali's office we examined.
It is the primitive statue. It was the national treasure of the Principality of Codopia. There was only one of these statues, meaning that one of the two was a replica. But both the alabaster and Babel claimed to have the real thing.
What an incredibly childish fight to have. White Rostov inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. Here's the primitive statue. There's only one of these. He's on the Babalese side as well.
I hear it's very valuable, made of pure gold. It was a national treasure of Codopia. There was only one of these statues, meaning that one of the two was a replica. But both the alabaster and Babel claimed to have the real thing and won't budge from their claim.
Okay, wait, did I read this already? There's almost the exact same wall amount for the knives at the Babalese side. I can't see any of them in detail from this distance. The counterpart of the Babalese butterfly is the alabastrian flower.
The butterfly and flower, they're both lovely things. But can we interpret that mean that the alabaster provides honey to Babel?
Francisco, can't you come up with more meaningful and profound comments?
I don't know, I mean, depending on who you're talking to, that might actually be profound and deep in some way.
Oh, God. Sorry, just quickly checking something. Alright, there we go. Anyway,
Very well then, let's hear some profound comment you could come up with.
well, flowers cannot survive without the butterflies that spread their pollen, and butterflies cannot live without the nectar that flower provides. If either were to disappear from the equation, neither would survive.
I'm not gonna lie, I think I prefer Francisca put it.
Oh. How's that, Miss Von Karma?
Your explanation took so long I nearly fell asleep. Well, let's continue the investigation.
Francisca, why can't you just admit I had something there? Because you didn't. That wasn't like a deep, profound comment. That was just scientific fact. you just made. Oh my god. Is there anything else here, or is that it? Wow, that really was nothing. There are some weapons on display in this wall. A crossbow, and under that, a set of knives bearing a flower motif. They must be the counterparts of the Babalese knives, which means that the blades inside these scabbards should match the blade that was used to kill Mr. Cochin. Oh, okay, yeah. Just stand stuff. Okay. I used to wonder flowers on display here. I expect that these are the counterparts of the Babalese knives. Place the knives that should match the blade of the knife. Okay, yeah. One of the knives is missing its blade. Let's see if the two pieces, the blade and handle, can fit in each other.
Wait, did we? Did we take the murder weapon from the previous scene and brought it here? I don't think we can do... I don't think we can take...
I think technically that crime scene's still being investigated too, so I don't think we can actually just take it and just bring it to another crime scene. What?
It would appear that they fit together quite well, almost seamlessly.
Then that means that the Alabastian knife did find its way to Babal. But how? Yes, how? How indeed. Looks absolutely no difference between this. Okay.
The statue's face looks a bit like that costumed hero you like so very much. I really wonder why you Americans have such an affinity for these kind of faces.
The statue wasn't made by an American. You know, at least that. You know that at least. I don't suppose so. Oh, sorry. I think I misread that. Why is that weapon on display in a place like this?
I wonder why there's no whips on display here.
Of course you would wonder that. It's the Steel Samurai's primary weapon, the Samurai Spear.
Isn't it awesome? I totally fell for this thing. It's sleek and shiny, just like my heart. It comes to you like whoosh. When you hold it, you just wanna live life like bam.
You do very well to watch what you say, Larry. Although it's just as Larry says, the spear is quite a symbol of valor. However, speaking of spears, aren't you supposed to use them by thrusting the pointed straight into your opponents? I'm not entirely convinced the spear is up to the task.
Yeah, you'd have to if you had to use like a regular spear, you'd have to do it at like an angle, which I feel like that would be that would be like really inconvenient, wouldn't it? What's wrong, Itchy? You're just staring off into the distance. Oh, I get it. Tell you what, I'll tell Sue to make you one, okay? But this one's mine.
Did I say anything about wanting one? Ugh, maybe we'll shut him up for showing a piece of evidence. Then we'll point something out about a spear.
Yeah, what evidence do we have? Okay, whatever it is, whatever it is, we can't present it, so. What is that plant supposed to be?
Francisca, can't you see? Can't you see there's supposed to be an like this to Ambassador Elba?
Miles Edgeworth, as a subordinate, you have a lot of nerve telling me what to think. I look forward to your salary assessment next month.
You're deluding yourself if you think you have any control over that.
I don't know, I mean, wouldn't Edgeworth already be like crazy rich or something? I don't know, I feel like whatever cuts he could make to his salary is probably not going to affect him in the long run. Alright.
The counterpart to the Bubbly's butterfly is the Alabastian stout flower.
The butterfly in the flower. Oh yeah. We've already read this. Pardon me, sorry.
The person shaking hands with Steel Samurai in the pictures. Ambassador Elba.
It was taken just before the murder.
The Steel Samurai must be very popular. They're even using National Treasure's backdrop. Wait. Statue is facing the wrong side though.
I just don't understand. What exactly is so great about the top not there?
Clearly there is a depth to the show that is the young person like you can't fathom. Oh my god. Okay, where's that Rick and Morty pass? I was like,
Actually, you need a really high IQ and sense of humor.
that's what Edgeruff sounds like right now.
Speaking of young people, aren't you young children target audience for the show, the costumed actors?
So this is where the victim demasked a second.
What is this gaudy outfit?
You don't know? I'm a master mask. A few months ago, the thief caused a lot of havoc on the populace.
So the thief is separate from the Yatakarasu.
I thought they were for a while, because the MO and targets were different. The mask looks value trinkets and jewels and being guardian the signature. Gumshoe was in charge of that investigation, so he knew more about the mask.
That's alright. We'll probably hear tales of his failure anyway.
You haven't changed a bit, I see.
In any case, let's get started, shall we?
Okay. Crime scene investigation. By the way, I'm actually gonna see if I can I'm gonna try to do a little bit of like endurance thing, see if maybe I can continue on to like the very end of the trial. I know it's like a tall order, but I would actually like to have a go at this. I would actually like to have a go. Sorry. There we go. There's blood on the blade. It's a rather sweeping sword, isn't it?
What do you expect? It's the Seal Sam.
What?
It's Seal Samurai Daddy's secondary weapon.
Can we please not call him Daddy?
Well, they call it secondary because although he uses the sword in most of his battles, it's his trusty samurai spear that turns into a real fight.
You sure know quite a bit about the Steel Samurai.
It's only because I saw the stage show earlier. I never saw Steel Samurai. Or in other words, Larry's. I should probably ask him about it. Such a mental as it is to proving him innocent.
What is it he has in his hand?
What is he holding? Looks like a piece of a notepad. There appear to be directions on how to reach the room where were written by hand.
Alabas, Primidex statue, 5th floor, ambassador's office.
There was something written on the back as well.
Like go to seal the Primidex statue in this room. What is that supposed to mean? Who writes a note to themselves like that?
If I had to guess from the text, I would say this is actually a request from someone about what to seal.
It was the Yatagarasu. Yeah, the Yatagarasu would go and seal Babal's one, and this guy would seal the Alabas one.
I thought that Damaska quit. I thought that Damaska quit the business.
This guy, he's just a copycat using the name. A phony successor. He's just another petty thief. His real identity is another work guy by the name of Kashi no.
No. Yeah, I don't get the pun for that.
He's 29 and wanted on larceny charges. From his clothes and what he was carrying, we determined that this guy's the real Demer's second.
Oh, sorry. Wait, was or wasn't? Oh, is the real. Okay.
The cause of death appears to be loss of blood from the back of the head. It seems that he was struck with something very hard. In other words, he was bludgeoned to death. So a single shred of fashion sense in Damask's costume. Oh. Well, at least I can appreciate the great effort he put into making it.
You two don't know, you can buy his costume moves everywhere now.
It's been sold? Since when?
Since around New Year's. The streets are practically flooded with them. Turns out the mask is a lot more popular than I thought he'd be.
I can't believe that foolish fool with just a foolish clothing to act foolishly.
I got your point about foolish ease back, Francisco. Anything else? Or was that it?
I suppose this is the wrapping cloth the master can use to carry his stolen goods. But there's something wrapped in it now. Oh, there's nothing wrapped in it now. I guess he never did manage to get his hands on whatever else he said steal.
Okay. Is that everything? Alright, sweet. No matter how hard you try, you'll never be able to assist in our Shifu's investigation. Is that a fact? No matter how good he is, he's bound to overlook something.
If you insult our Shifu, then prepare to be punished. Or, and how exactly would you punish us? And every investigator on Shifu's command will work to disrupt your investigation.
Vindictive much.
Okay, Larry.
Larry, about the samurai sword you used as a murder weapon?
Oh, that's... Well, I should cancel your bastard in the stream, you know.
Yes, apparently you did.
And well, I totally forgot about it and left it behind when I left afterwards. You want to talk about shocking? I was most shocked at all when I heard it killed someone.
Shocked! Foolish fool, looking especially foolish for foolishly stating such a foolish excuse. You forgot to take some of that big with you. Who'd believe such a tale?
Sorry, Miss Von Karma, but I believe him. Because if anyone could forget something like that, it would be Larry.
Gee, believe me. I just knew our friendship was something special.
Anyway, even Larry had simply forgotten the sword and left it behind. That in no way clears his name. Which means that I'll have to prove his innocence from a different angle. Okay. Can I connect the dots yet on anything, or no? I think, have we investigated everything, or?
It's a fireplace, by the looks of it. I don't think it's been used recently.
Yes, I can't say I see anything unusual about it. Wait, it wasn't used recently. Didn't Larry said that he couldn't go down the chimney because... Oh, Larry went... Oh, wait, Larry went... He was about to go down the Babal, chimney. This must be Ambassador Elba's desk.
His notebook is open his desk. He must have been in the middle of some important work.
Sapling growth log. We finally sprouted today.
Funny, it doesn't look like important work to me.
Nah, it's personal work. So. Two gorgeous flowers in full bloom here. Sure, flowers as lovely as these must have an equally as lovely name.
As Edgeworth, are you done staring? I should hardly think passion flowers are all that rare.
Passion flowers? That's a rather unusual name.
It was named by priests in the 15th century for the Passion of Christ.
As they say, you learn something new every day. Huh.
Can we...
Can't talk to bats. Okay.
Is investigating for the Babalese embassy too, right?
I did. Is that a problem?
Langji says a wolf who aims to hunt for 2 rabbits at once.
I believe the idiom you require is, he who runs after 2 hares will catch neither.
Heh, a real wolf can catch both.
I see. So what are you trying to say? Seeing as how I'm currently handling 2 cases.
Heh, suit yourself. But don't say I didn't warn you.
Oh, no, I didn't mean to. Okay, so I think... It would be this. Look at this photo and tell me what you find odd about the scene, Miss Von Karma.
The apparent joy on the ambassador's face as he shakes that top-knot's hand.
That's not it. I was trying to point at the statue in the photo is facing a different way.
You're right.
The statue is a national treasure. As such, only an ambassador or secretary-level person is allowed to handle it. In fact, the statue is facing one way in this photo. And now it's facing a different direction in this preserved crime scene. It's proof that someone touched the statue around the time of the crime. Wait. Sorry, I just thought of this, but like... So, this is meant to be like a very important like national treasure to both like the Bubblies and like Alabastians. Would something that important be... Would something that important like just be like an embassy in a foreign country? Like I get technically how embassies work, it's technically like this. It's technically like the embassy country is like soil, but I mean like... I don't know, I'm just thinking like wouldn't it... Like you wouldn't take some of this important like overseas, right? Though I guess like the whole thing is that like, oh, that looking to, but can they do that like back home? Would that be too dangerous? Am I overthinking this? I think I might be overthinking this. Sorry. Alright. So I guess the question is... oh, wait.
Hey, that's the official Steel Samurai weapon. What, you want me to do it? Oh, you have no idea how many fans ask that.
Want me to do what? Oh, what are you prattling on about now? Steel Samurai Sushi Slash!
How was that? I bet send shivers up your spine. I looks like I could have been a spectator.
How could I fail myself? Okay, no. Okay, so not that. What about this?
Oh, hey, Steel Samurai.
I want you to answer this for me, Larry, and depending on the answer, I may let you live. It's Steel Samurai that was up there on that stage. Was that really you?
Yep, it sure was.
Larry, you! Steel Samurai Sushi Slash. I was moved by the performance of this man. He's completely useless. Worthless bum. I fear I may never recover from this.
Yeah, Edgeworth, you. Damn, Edgeworth.
Is there anything we can like show him here or? Okay, no. We could deduce something from. Wait, hang on a minute here. Okay, so we can't see the spear here. Yes, the sword. Is there any way we can like actually see the? So I just realized something. The spear's bent, but it's meant to be straight. Is that something we can like present right now? Larry, about the spear.
Oh, how you feeling it? Bam!
I thought there was something strange about this sphere. Tell me, Larry, is it just me or is the spear a bit bent?
What? No way! It's exactly as it should be, yo!
I have here the autograph you wrote for me earlier. Now take a good look in which you drew with your own hands. You can see that the spear is clearly of a different shape. What do you have to say to that?
I'm sorry! When I held the spear in my hands, all of a sudden I feel so powerful. And then, during practice, I was spinning it around and around. And bam! It hit the wall. You unbelievable! This is an epicy! But I've always been like that, ever since I was a kid. One time, on an overnight field trip, I bought a fake sword and played with it late at night. I'm just a useless blooded man.
Larry, clarify that for me, will you?
Okay, well, some field trip and I began to shadow myself.
Not that! I meant what you said earlier about spinning the spear and hitting the wall.
Oh, it's no biggie. It's not gonna have to hole or anything.
That's not what I'm asking, Larry. The samurai sphere is made of metal. I somehow doubt that a move as simple as spinning it around would cause it to bend.
Man, Hedgie, you're so naive.
Oh, hello. What? Where did that come from?
Well, you keep calling it a samurai sphere. But it's not real. You can't really fight someone with it. Because it's hollow on the inside. You can hit it against practically anything and it would bend.
Is that so? Wow, this entire segment has been just Edruff embarrassing himself in like various different ways.
Oh, and don't take it the wrong way. I just think that part of your personality is cute.
I see. Your friendship truly is something special, Miles Edgeworth.
I knew you wouldn't have been this entire time.
Francisca, that might be true, but not this nitwit. Ugh, that's not friendship. It's a humiliation. Guess I better wrap up my investigation. Nuts.
Yo, Pink Princess. How you feeling? Still feeling ill?
And yet, another strange character comes out of the woodwork. So the Pink Princess also comes to pay the Alabastian Embassy a visit. I believe I may need to speak to her as well. Miss Pink Princess, I have a few questions I'd like to ask you. Miss Pink Princess, will you please answer?
This must be what they call fate.
How could this happen 2 days in a row?
What the? Aren't you Miss Oldback?
Are you so surprised?
So the one that got the play is still samurai. It's too bad I didn't realize that until now.
You are acquaintances of Larry?
Why, yes, we worked in the same company for a little while, you know. That's why it's okay by edgy poo. You don't need to be jealous. I was in the next room, you know, trying to get in some beauty sleep. But it was so noisy here that I couldn't fall asleep. So I came here over to complain. So imagine my shock when I saw my precious edgy poo waiting here for me. I mean, who could have imagined I would ever come to a show like this? I guess I misjudged you, edgy poo.
Who misjudged him?
I thought he was trying to avoid me, you know.
That's no misjudgment on your part. That's precisely what I'm trying to do.
But it looks like the winds have shifted, and he's now willing to be chased after. It's simply overwhelmed. Don't you worry, edgy poo. I chase you forever, to the end of the earth.
Isn't that just peachy? This is one of those rare times where Francisco and I actually see eye to eye. Okay. Well then, what are you doing here? I thought you were working at Gate Waterland as the Pink Badger.
What are you talking about? That was ages ago.
That was yesterday.
Look, I worked at Global Shoes before. Long time ago, right? Well, they called me up this morning. Kind of out of the blue, actually.
They called you?
Apparently the girl who plays the Pink Princess collapsed from a bad cold. Happened so suddenly, so they called me to be a last-minute replacement.
Do they not have enough people on staff in that studio?
I really couldn't say no, so here I am, playing the role of the heroine. Instead of that Mindy girl, I mean. But the poor girl, I feel bad for her. Because I let me stand in for her, she's going to...
You're a rather lively old lady. So basically, you received a standard request this morning, correct?
You got it. If you need to see it, I've got it right here. Look.
It appears that she is telling the truth.
Huh. I tell you, my fine acting moved the entire audience to tears.
Huh. Stand for Minty is the Pink Princess. So I'm just quickly checking something real quick. Alright. Yes. Tears of laughter, as I recall.
But being famous has its problems too, you know. Here, take a look at this. It's a letter from a stalker!
Wendy, I'll be descending on you from above tonight. Your loving night. I spelled tonight and night wrong. Tannette, your loving net.
I was just taking my break when I found this stuck under the door to my room. Honestly, you really have to watch out for these kinds of things. Look what it says. One day, I'll be descending on you from above tonight. Your loving nights. Wow, absolutely revolting. I mean, you'd think you would get my name right. There's no accent in my name.
Wait, it's horrible handwriting. Where have I seen it before?
But now that you're here, Jipu, I feel 100% safe.
Where do I factor into this?
You'd bust the evil stalker man for my sake, wouldn't you, Jipu?
Well, if you allow me the liberty to handle this in my own way, I'll gladly dispatch a detective to your house later.
Oh, come on, Jipu. Stop being so suspicious for playing hard to get.
What were you doing at the time of the crime?
What crime?
What?
After the show's over, I had nothing but free time on my hands. So I used the fireplace in the room next door to keep my...
Larry. Larry. I know you're desperate. But really, old bag? Bro, that's low. Even for you. That is real low. Oh my god, I never thought I'd say this, but come on, you need to have better standards, man.
Well, a murder occurred in this room right next to yours. Is that right? Oh, Reggie Poo, I'm so scared. Hold me, caress me.
If you could please not cling onto my personage.
In any case, I take it that you failed to show up at the Ambassador Elba speech. Oh, that? No, I didn't go. I mean, I may have had a young tender maiden, but my blood just refuses to cooperate at times. Oh. As soon as the show ended, my hips started acting up and it got stiff. I couldn't move at all.
Can you provide proof of your condition?
Oh, I just go ahead and ask the doctors at the infirmary. They're the ones who carried me from the theater all the way to the embassy.
I have to admit, the thought of her not being able to leave that room is rather pleasant. Prosecutor Von Karma, I put a police dog as you requested, sir.
Good work. You may leave now, officer. Is that Missile?
This dog.
I requested the assistance of a dog in search for the sir. Looks like you guys have pretty bright dogs in your country, too. Hey, you're real cutie, aren't you? Yeah, that's a good boy.
That's a police dog Gumshoe's been taken care of. I think its name is Missile.
Missile! Missile! What a fitting name for a police dog that dashes out and trented attacks.
That action alone is exactly what's going to solve this case for us, you know.
Clown Missile, I want you to find some clues. Go! Good dog. You really are quite bright, aren't you? Unlike a certain someone I know. Now, what do we have here? What is this? It looks like a little hot dog, but...
Wait, Francisco, isn't that an official samurai dog?
Ah! No! Bad Missile! Ugh, he ate it. I wonder if it's alright for him to eat that.
It's just a meat substance snack featuring Steel Samurai. I'm sure he'll be fine.
That's quite a bit of information to gather in such a single quick glance.
We should really be focusing on why there was a samurai dog in the first place.
Looks like a snack was an old Missile found.
Oh, and what do we have here?
It appears to be a lady's undershirt. I wonder if Ambassador Elba might have an interest in cross-dressing. I mean, it's 2025, you know, like, people could be what they're into, you know. Hey, we don't judge here. We don't judge here.
I somehow doubt that. Doesn't even look like it should fit him. A samurai dog and a lady's undershirt. What are these two items doing in a room like this? In this circumstance, the lady's undershirt could only belong to one person. I suppose I should go over with and ask the owner of the undershirt about it.
Wendy, wait, can I do this? Just... There we go.
There's no trace of this room's fireplace being used.
And your point is?
Smoke was supposedly pouring out from the chimney connected to this fireplace. At least according to Larry. This is a contradiction of facts, is it not?
Are you sure he wasn't just disoriented or something up on that roof?
Sorry. Yeah, there is testimony from an investigator that puts Larry at this particular chimney. So no, I don't think it was a mistaken impression on Larry's part. On the other hand, the fireplace in the next room was being used at the time. Where do you suppose the smoke from that fireplace went?
Ah, I see. So what you're proposing is, the smoke that came out the chimney was actually from his old bag's fire. So basically, the fireplaces of neighboring rooms share one chimney. Is that what you're implying?
Huh. Precisely.
Oh, okay.
Wait. It's a W, but this could actually be an I. Maybe it's meant to be Oh, it's Mindy. Oh, okay. Wait, no, yeah, it can be an M because what? Because 1, 2. Okay, yeah. Please take a look at his brown-colored undershirt.
Oh, AGP, what's the meaning of this? Why did you steal that thing from my bags? Well, it's dearest Askin, I would have gladly given you a space you like.
Thanks, but no thanks. This shirt was found here in this crime scene.
What?
Come now, why did you just confess and explain what it's doing here?
I know nothing. Nothing, I tell you.
What?
Oh, I admit I used a fireplace to dry that shirt. But I can't really help the fact that I had to, you know. Wearing the pink princess costume was like being in a sauna. And on top of that, I get fingered as a suspect.
Oh, I read the first part of that and I got I got fucking panicked there for a second.
You're too cruel, Edgy Poo.
Are you claiming that you never once set foot inside his room?
Of course I am. If I'd been the one to find the body, do you think I'll be as calm and relaxed as I am? I tell you.
Well... I don't believe she's lying about her actions. So I can safely assume she really was drying her shirt by the fireplace on a break. And somehow this undershirt managed to move from the next room into this one. I assumed Samurai Dog was also yours.
Ah, that brilliant mind of yours. You really can see through everything about me.
And so the feeling of dread continues. But I suppose I should ask for more details. The Samurai Dog was yours, wasn't it?
Of course I'm forever yours, my edgy wedgy poo.
If you could please just stick to what I asked you.
Edgy, are you Miss Oldbag?
No!
You really don't change, do you? Even when will you learn how to take a joke? Anyway, the Samurai Dog wasn't mine. Whose things are present with the studio to the embassy?
A present?
The studio's bigwigs actually told us to play delivery boys. We're supposed to hand dogs up to the embassy people and tell them hi. I had to part them all into the pushcart just to move them all. I studio guys should deliver those things by themselves, right, Edgy?
So did you deliver the Samurai Dog to the embassy staff as per your instructions?
Hey, Edgy, don't just ignore me and my question. Aren't you gonna stick up for me? Ah, how about that? Gee, how to show I went to rest the spilling in my dressing room. Because of my bad hip, you know.
And there they were, the samurai dogs. Were just sitting in the dressing room floor. I suppose you have to make preparations for shipping them off to the shore. Well, by preparation means sampling them as well.
Excuse me?
Oh, I tried one, thought they were actually quite good. Sorry, but I just had to find out. I know it's silly of me to think this, but I figured since they're for a kids show, the taste is probably for kids too. But they were actually so good I couldn't stop. Before I went back to my room, I just had to help myself to half a dozen or so, but
Half a dozen boxes? What?
where? After I sat there by the roaring fire warming them, meeting them, I thought, this is... What is it now? Oh, I know. I bet you want a box too, don't you, my itchy poo? And who am I to say no to you? But I'm going to give you one. The rest are for me.
Okay.
Looks like the lesson for today is that when the Steel Samurai and the Pink Princess take off their masks, they transform into a pair of annoying troublemakers.
My god. I swear to god. Hey, idiot, can you explain this letter to us? Alright, I wonder if you might know what this is. Oh.
Wait, what? Oh. Oh.
He doesn't say anything about that then. Okay. A few aspects I don't understand about what he found.
In that case, you should keep on investigating until you do understand. Am I subordinate to continue with the investigation?
Alright, I will. There's a great dread that I proceed to do what I must to stop the— Ow! Bro! Bro! Okay.
I probably have to connect these two.
Lady's undershirt that Missile found.
Why are you getting all excited over holding it onto a lady's undergarment? As Edgeworth, you uncouth sea slug. If you know the owner of the undershirt, then hurry up and return it to her already.
You have it all wrong. This is evidence. The owner of this piece of evidence was in the room next door. Yet despite that, Missile found it in the fireplace in this room. This lady's undershirt.
Are you seriously claiming this is somehow passed through a solid brick wall?
Not quite. The fireplace in this room is connected to a chimney. Another fireplace in the other room is connected by the same chimney. Being a sort of possibility that the two fireplaces are connected to each other.
Perhaps a closer look at the back of the fireplace is in order.
There's an X in the back. Oh, sorry. There's an X in the back of the wall of the fireplace. Let's see if I can't get a better look at it.
What in the...
The wall separating the room and the fireplace from the... What? Apparently turns. As I suspected, the fireplace does indeed connect to this room. Disconnect to this room by the neighboring room.
This neighboring room?
There appears to be nothing particular about the next room. But the fact there's something special about the next room isn't what's important. It's the fact that there's a secret passage through this room's fireplace. Wait, could the Barbalezen office have like the same mechanism in it? Could that be how Yatagarasu snuck out? If no one's seen them? Ooh, okay. My mind's doing a million calculations at once and I have no idea if any of them are right or wrong. Alright, Sorry, I'm just quickly checking on something real quick. All right. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Actually, when's the next ad break? Oh, it's literally right now. Oh. All right. All right, we'll get through this segment and then I'll take a quick break for my voice. You aren't gonna suddenly name the old lady as the master second killer now, are you? No, she couldn't move at all because of her stiff hip. So she could not have been the one. Unfortunately, I believe. This fireplace has nothing whatsoever to do with the master second's murder. It would appear the answer has made itself known.
You're making quite a confident face there, Mr. Prosecutor. Bring it on. I'm ready to counter any arguments you may have.
Very well then, if you're prepared. I'll show you exactly how my deductions have led me.
Good. I'm counting you, Edgy.
Leave it to me, Larry. My first attack will be to expose your lie for what it really is.
My lie!
I know that there's still something you're keeping from the rest of us.
What's wrong with you? Why won't you believe me no matter what I say, Edgy?
I don't know, maybe because you have a track history for lying to fucking prosecutors. Alright, I'm gonna take a quick break. Let my voice take a quick break. I'll be back once the ads are over. So, yeah. Just behave yourselves in the meantime, alright? Alright, I'm back. Alright, ads are over.
Ow! Oi! Don't hit me as I'm don't hit me as I'm trying to fucking return back onto the screen. Oi! 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 You're making it look like I ran straight into that. Oi! Oh my god! I can't believe the fucking disrespect around here. My god! I take time out of my busy schedule to entertain you lot, and this is the achievement I get. Wow. Fucking wow. That's the point. Fucking. Seriously, where's the respect? What's wrong with you? Why isn't you believe no matter what I say, Angie? Curse you! I should just hurry up and die already if that's how you're gonna be. I'll confess to every man in the whole world that I killed myself.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Heh, you made some wonderful friends as a child, I see.
Larry, I have one thing to say to you.
Even respect that face to me is no use. A man he's ready to die strong-willed, you know.
No, he's an idiot. Larry, it doesn't matter what sort of harebrained trouble you've caused. I only ask that you do not lie to me. If you cause an innocent person to be judged unfairly because of this insipid lie, I will never forgive you. Although, allow me to say that I consider you to be among the innocent in this case. That I will draw the real killer out, and you can trust me on this.
Alright, this time, I was here to hold you for key. What happened, it didn't happen. That works. That works.
Just what happened will do. Now then, if you would please testify as to what you did up on the roof tonight. No wonder he went hard on him until tested. Yeah. Yeah, this guy. Yeah, this guy's a bit of an idiot. He's a very big idiot. As established in the first game. He's not only an idiot, he's an idiot of like terrible luck, which is like the worst combination you could think of. Because I think aside from Maya, he's also been like the one that's like most accused of like murders and such. Because the very first case in this entire series is you defending him, because from you defending him in court.
After the show, I left the pushcart in the rose garden and came into the embassy. Then they took a picture of me shaking hands with the ambassador. After that, until my next appearance, I had some free time, so I wandered around. That's when I spotted a chimney. A chimney like this is a rare thing, you know. So then I wanted to play Santa. I decided to give it a try.
It's March, dumbass. Larry, I thought I just finished telling you not to lie anymore.
But it's kinda ultra embarrassing.
What exactly is so ultra embarrassing that you can't tell me?
Edgy man, I just said it was embarrassing. So of course I can't blurt it out. You just got to reason. You just got to reason it out of me. As your superior, I command you to hurry up and expose this man's lie.
I have every intention to, for I am not about to let us waste time on such a trifling matter. This idiot would rather... This idiot is a walking embarrassment, and yet he would rather die than be embarrassed. The fact he has lived this long is truly a marvel. Okay. You left a pushcart. Could you please clarify that statement for me?
Yeah, the wheels on a pushcart got covered in dirt from the rose garden. I would have made a mess in the front side, so Master Alb said to just leave it. Come to think of it, I recall seeing the pink princess on her way into the embassy.
What was she doing?
And nothing in particular. She was being carried by dogs on a stretcher.
So that corroborates Oldback's testimony. So came to the embassy, right, and then took a picture of me shaking hands with the ambassador. So you shook hands with the ambassador of the Kingdom of Alabas, did you?
Yeah, can you believe it? I just something really cool for a change.
But honestly speaking, there's nothing interesting about shaking some guy's hand.
Hey there! Are you disrespecting another country in their very own embassy?
As someone wrote it in his country, I'm feeling nothing but incredibly ashamed at the second. Agreed. I apologize for his inconsiderate words. Now, Larry, please continue. You already telling stuff about life, so let's get a move on. My god. After that, until my next appearance, I had some free time, so I wandered around. Alright, I want you to listen very carefully and take this to heart. The whole point of your life is to cause misery and pain to everyone you encounter. Jesus, Edgeworth. I mean, I know I go hard on Larry, but I don't think I've ever said anything like. Although I did just say his life's an entire embarrassment. Actually, no, you're kind of fair for that. You're kind of fair for that, bestie. I thought you're his friend. Did you think that was a bit harsh? Lang Ji says, true friends are bosom friends?
If you're in trouble, call on your bosom friend, whose shoulder you can truly cry on. Hey, bosom buddy, I hope you're listening carefully to my testimony.
As across your pea-sized brain, yet the Agent Lang is only out to arrest you, Larry. Well, at least it's his life at risk for keeping a secret. Right, Trucy? Yeah, yeah, right, Trucy? Hey, Trucy, isn't it kind of... Hey, Trucy, isn't this guy being kind of, you know, difficult right now? But at the very least, he's only putting his life at risk. I mean, he's only covering up trick. He's only like refusing to tell us how trick works, you know, to say at the risk of his own life, right? I'll never forget you're about to let another man die just because you didn't want to reveal a magician's secrets. Look, I like you, but my fucking god, that was a very low point for you.
Now then, you're wandering outside the embassy, and then what happens?
Charlie thinking chimneys are that rare. Agreed, especially since they're a traditional feature of American houses.
Plus, many grand buildings have even larger and fancier chimneys. Yeah, but those kinds of chimneys I'm talking about is the really romantic type.
Romantic chimney?
It might sound kind of silly, but women seem to really enjoy them. And I just had a good feeling about that chimney.
What the fuck do you mean by that? You suddenly wanted to play Santa?
Oh, well, actually, I just have Santa once before already. That sounded good, Lake.
I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't dredge up such unnecessary memories from me.
Heh, sounds like you guys share a lot of history. I bet could being childhood friends, huh? Besides, it's not family dressed up and play Santa, you know. Santa's going around killing people after he comes down family's chimneys, after all.
Actually, sort of delving into whether or not playing Santa's a big deal. Yeah. I know. I mean, if we're talking about Krampus, then that's an entirely different story. But actually, I'm surprised there isn't like a horror. I'm surprised there isn't like a horror movie that has like Santa be. I guess someone dressed as Santa coming down like chimneys and like being like a fucking
slasher villain or something. There probably is. It's just like it's probably just a really cheap, like, bad movie though. I think your buddy's exactly made of Santa quality stuff.
Precisely. You're the nail right on the head, Agent Lang.
Hey, Edgy, that's so incredibly mean.
Tell me something, Larry. Did you know that Santa's shops deliver presents to people all over the world?
Of course I know that. I did graduate from junior high, you know. Are you in high school? Actually, I wouldn't be surprised to learn he was a high school dropout.
In that case, if you could... It's your turn, tell me something. I want you to tell me of whom you're delivering a present to.
I was, delivering a present to a child, the basking in the warm glow of love?
That must be the most elegant description of what I've heard, but a lie is still a lie.
You sure know how to kick a guy when he's down, you know that. Wouldn't be surprised if you never made it to.
True.
Interesting taste you have there, Mr. Suspect. Don't spread lies about me! I told you I want to see my soul back that much that I'd go try down chimney. Ow! I advise you to stop right there and you're bashing of a lady.
Well, I must admit that I myself hardly ever want to run to that lady. However, what if you were misinformed and under the wrong impression? Then what?
Divine wrong impression.
I simply mean that the man before you thought...
Also, why did I make Lang kind of sobbing there for a second?
I simply mean that the man before you thought to enter the old lady's room without knowing one very important fact. And that fact is best summed up with this.
Take that. Oh, not that. Okay, I shoot my shot like way too soon. Okay. Yeah, I get it. I'm an idiot. Wow, this is a fucking long ass fucking you got shit wrong. Wait.
This is some of the old lady received from her employer for the night. The guild normally plays the Pink Princess. Mindy, was it again? It seems that this man is quite taken with that actress.
That's not true, Edgy. She's the one with the hearts for me. I just know it. I can feel a sexy beam piercing my heart when she's watching me. I want you to never use those words again when talking about a woman. I beg of you. What did I just say? You're filthy, despicable, inconsiderate, fickle, idiotic, cowardly. Apparition of a man. You haven't matured at all since we last met. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor.
Yes?
This guy, he's got bigger problems than just getting involved in murder, so I take it.
I suppose you could put it that way.
Hey, what the heck, man? I don't get you guys at all. Why'd you have to make me out to be some sort of bad guy? Because you're a creep.
To return to the original topic, my proposal at least as much has been made clear. Though any knowledge that Mindy had fallen ill, Larry tried to make his way into the Pink Princess's room. That much we know for sure.
Hey, Edgy. Looks like I could hang in this court thing now.
But we're not in court at the moment.
Shut up! I see what's going on here. Look just like what you do in court.
Can I tell, like 5 years, but
from that where he believes in time travel and immediately gets rejected. Yeah, wouldn't that be crazy? Wouldn't that be crazy? Wouldn't that be crazy that he falls in love and believes in time travel and gets rejected almost immediately? Wouldn't that be crazy?
I guess old boy here says
Something you'd like to say?
Lang Ji says, until the root of the tongue dries, one never knows the whole truth. You shouldn't form conclusions until everything's out in the open, which is why I'll listen. Alright,
Gary, listen to me defeat Edgy in the Battle of Wits. I can't keep doing Larry's voice, man.
Larry, have you forgotten? What should I lose? Your victory prize will be your arrest.
I actually believe I genuinely believe he forgot that. I genuinely believe he forgot he's being the suspect of a murder and will get arrested. I genuinely believe he forgot that part.
So you think all I wanted to do is go visit Mindy? Well, I dressed up as Santa and climbed up to the chimney, but smoke was real thick.
It's a case of mistaken identity, and that mistake may be like for speech.
Then Dabrov became suspect in the murder. That's what you really meant. Why'd I ever put myself through so much humiliation on purpose?
'Cause you're you.
Hey, someone say something!
Larry, are you seriously trying to submit this? Not as a confession, but as a testimony?
My claim is claiming my claim. Do you have a problem with that? So it was you. You're my stalker. But I should warn you, it doesn't matter what kind of flattery you throw at me. I'm devoted type of woman who's wholly focused on one long as attributes life. I can't just drop it with a faithful, though I can't without earlier. Accepted a windy wine.
You're such an inconsiderate, cowardly, idiotic, and all-around completely worthless man.
I thought I was something ominous just now, but perhaps it's just my imagination. There's nothing further for me to prove at this point. Proof, you say?
Remember, Edgy, everything's evidence in court, right?
You mean evidence is everything in court, Larry. But I understand your points.
Yeah, see? I'm totally proud of this now.
Oh yeah, also, I am... Oh yeah, also, sorry, before I continue, I just realized I forgot to talk about this, but in good news, I paid off the second half of the model rig commission, so that will be done very soon. That'll be done very, very soon. So yeah, so now the model has fully been paid off. Yeah. Well, just Santa client. Okay, I know what evidence we're supposed to present, but... Well, I've been saying this for a while now. After all, if not that, then what other reason did you wish to go down that chimney? Okay. Oh. If you wish to see so badly, I can introduce you to but no. But it's not good to keep them waiting. My subordinate showed them already.
Well, if you wish to lie, then by all means continue, because I'm ready to expose your lie at a moment's notice.
Yeah. Because of this. Time for Larry to call Phoenix from Sama. Buddy, help! I think I killed someone! Phoenix, how did you get in? How did you get that, Larry? How did you get in that, Larry? I rebuttal of all address attempt to prove me innocent. You need a damn good lawyer, and then ain't me hangs up. Wait, this is like in between like the third game and I think at this point Phoenix like has lost his like lawyer badge, so I don't think he could even do anything if he wanted to. Hey, why are you showing that thing to me? Wendy, I'll be descending on you from above tonight, your loving knight. Well, it's not just romantic.
But you weren't able to descend from her from above, were you, Mr. Loving Knight?
Ah! I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't remember a thing.
You can pretend to be ignorant all you like, but it's written right here. This letter proves that you were not out to meet the old lady. Rather, you were attempting to pay Miss Mindy a visit.
Yeah.
Larry, I suggest you take penmanship lessons. That is, if you never wish to experience this level of embarrassment ever again.
What the heck? What are you talking about? Speak English.
You wrote Mindy so sloppily it became Wendy to the average eye.
Hey, stop picking on me. It's so embarrassing. There, isn't that what childhood friends are for? They're the best, aren't they? For punching. But I'll have to wait till we're off the crime scene.
Save me from scary man! What do you think I've been trying to do all this time, you absolute dumbass? Sure, if you want to make amends, sign for your incredibly embarrassing mistake.
That wasn't me.
Come again.
It's a fake. Someone gave me that fake letter. To send me, yeah. Accept your defeat graciously. But you guys are being so mean.
Penmanship analysis.
What's that?
No matter who, all people are saying unique features to their handwriting. Ergo, all you have to do is compare the handwriting you said to a sample of yours. And we'll know soon enough who was sent this letter.
I'll never write everything in my life.
It's no use, Mr. Loving Knights. You've already graciously provided me with a sample of your handwriting. This autograph and our mysterious letter. If we compare the handwriting, we'll know the answer to our question soon enough. Confess now, Larry, to your miserable failure.
I'm sorry. I did it. It was me who caused the trouble again. Wait a minute. Hit that right in the head. Gee.
So he finally confesses. Wait, isn't that what? Isn't that the opposite of what I'm to do?
I started being Principal Karen around and shit. You got worried, that right? I wanted to go to Mindy's room, but the doctors wouldn't let me in. So what choice did I have? It was a chimney or bust, Edgy. Oh man, jumped from the door to the chimney. Ugh, what a criminally overactive imagination. Well, at least I was honest and write Mindy a letter and stuck it under the door. The way she would have been shocked when I came down from the chimney.
Except for the fact the letter was an utter failure conveying such sentiments.
I'm really, really sorry.
Larry, you may be shameful, good-for-nothing blight on the face of humanity. However, I always knew you weren't the killer. I told you to trust me. Because at the very least, I can attest to that about you.
Edgy, yeah. Ah, we've lost a lot of valuable time because of you. Yow!
In any case, I believe we can say that we know exactly what happened. Mr. Larry Butts sought to climb down the chimney, not for access to the crime scene, but to enter the room of the elderly lady next door.
Great job, Mr. Prosecutor. Now that's still far beyond believable that two of your friends. But a suspicion on that guy over there isn't completely resolved yet, so don't get any funny ideas about running off, okay? Eddie, what does the wolfman mean when he says, I'm not off the hook yet?
He means a murder weapon. Larry, did you forget? There are 2 layers of suspicion hanging over your heads.
That's exactly what I mean. You can't rely on what the suspect after all. You may have figured out there where he was and what he was doing that night. The blood-stained samurai sword that was left at the crime scene. As long as there's no satisfactory explanation for that, this wolf would refuse to ease up on his bites. Edgy, this guy, he looks like he's serious about taking a bite out of me.
I'm well aware, and you should be as well, that this upcoming battle will be crucial.
Thanks for the corroboration of a lovely bumbler. I've been dealt a very nice hand. That's a sweet trump card.
Fucking stupid logic. I know, like... Look, I know what the... I can even tell you what's probably going to be... What the explanation is probably going to be, right? So, Larry had 2 weapons on him. The swords and the spear. Apparently, according to Larry, the spear itself is hollow. I'm gonna guess the logic is that the sword is also hollow. So, and that it's not actually the murder weapon. That if it was used for murder, it would have been bent or something. That in truth, it was something else.
Looks like I've been into the final bout. Now, Mr. Prosecutor, let's see what you've got.
I can easily point out a contradiction in the supposed murder weapon. The real problem for me is figuring out what the real murder weapon is. This will be a high-stakes gamble, but this one game I can't afford to lose. As one found by its victim to master seconds. Ties him, steel samurai sword, glittering reds, offered up set of bloods. Supposed to be steel samurai's dressing room, but I found it here instead. Plus found a murder weapon zone, and I suspect Larry Butts in here too. Isn't it a bit far-fetched to accuse someone simply on the basis of ownership?
But this time I want to sneak into the crime scene. I think it's plain to go on, don't you?
Yeah, no, he wanted to go to the chimney to go to fucking Wendy's room.
Hold on there, Mr. Prosecutor. You two are longtime friends, right? You used to say you didn't fabricate the evidence to give him an alibi.
You're accusing me of fabricating evidence?
You think I can believe anything?
Bro, our main evidence came from someone else completely unrelated to either of us. Actually, wait a minute. Yeah, we were given... Alright, first of all, we've established this is Larry's handwriting that was given to us by Wendy Oldbag. Oh my god, not only that, but... This man has serious issues with prosecutors.
But come on. I can't think of something as complicated as that, right, Edgy?
My proven suspect was on the other side of the world while cheating on his wife, but it was his gun, so he... Yeah, exactly, like, it's exactly as Edra said, like, ownership doesn't automatically, like, prove it. And again, like, it's something we keep pointing out, is that, like, unless you can, like, prove everything, you could prove everything else except for one small detail, and if you can't, like, change, I don't know, and if you can't explain that very small detail, again, you lose. It doesn't matter if like you present evidence for like it doesn't matter if like you disprove like all this other shit. If you can't prove like completely everything, you just lose. It's kind of stupid. It's kind of stupid. I don't know, I just thinking. Anyway. Agent Ling knows nothing about you. Or me, for that matter. My sense of hatred for my entire profession emanate from his entire being. Either the only way I can prove Larry's innocence is to present irrefutable evidence. Okay, so what's the evidence we're gonna use here? Excuse me, but glittering red and offering the scent of bloods? Oh, I didn't mean to press that.
Do I have to spell it out for you? I mean the sight is full of blood, of course. According to the test, the blood on the sword belongs to the victim. The sword is made to only be used on stage, so it's not sharp. But it's pretty weighty. Certainly heavy enough to beat someone to death with. Which leads me to suspect the victim had beaten to death.
Beaten to death, huh? That's not a statement. It's too important to just let it slip by. Okay, I was right. Yeah, the sword would be hollow. Do you know what this is, Agent Lang?
Heh, it's a long spear, right? We use this a lot now. In my country a long time ago.
I think most countries used it a long time ago. Forget which case made it super egregious, but we completely tore it apart. I try to remember what that case was too. Was it one of the Apollo games? Because I'm trying to think back to those games as well. Couldn't have been the last case for the first game, because the point of it was that we didn't need evidence. The first game. No, I don't think it was the first case. The first game. I'm trying to remember what case it was. Fuck. Might have been Great Ace, because like that's been like it's been like long while since we last played that game. My memory's not exactly as vivid on that one.
Piercing, mowing people down. Spears are the weapons of heroes throughout history.
Trying to think. Could have been of like the Roman statue guy. I feel like it might have been that, because I don't know. Bro, I'm gonna be thinking about this, and I'm gonna be like lying in bed tonight, like just about to fall asleep. I'm gonna shoot back up, be like, it was this case, it was this case. That's the most effective weapon after the whip. I think the whip is a slightly different category.
So what's your point? You gotta tell me that the spear is a real weapon?
No, I simply want you to take a look at this section here.
The way it's bent?
Precisely. Apparently some troublemaker hid against a wall in this embassy earlier. And you can clearly see the inside of Steel's samurai weapon are hollow. In other words, their replicas aren't strong enough to deliver a damaging blow. Let alone leave multiple strikes necessary to bludgeon someone to death. And yet, there's not even a dent on the samurai sword. How do you explain that?
Oh yeah. So that spear made the same stuff, so they bend easily. But I wish I'd make them out better stuff, because the spear got bent. I wasn't able to do my special early samurai rain jab move. I got such an earful from director of the play for not doing that in the show.
The Steel Sarai's special move was changed tonight because of him! Yep.
Ouch! That's more than enough of your whiny whimpering.
Now, back to the topic of the spear. Yes, let's return to the real topic of discussion. This is what the real gamble begins. I don't have a real strategy per se. So I can do from now so the chips fall where they may.
Losing guesswork and taking risks in place of real logic is hardly the Von Karma way. It kinda reminds me of a certain defense attorney.
I never thought I'd be doing this, but guess I'll be taking a page out of Phoenix's book here for a second.
It's neither smart nor very clever.
Miss Von Karma, as you know, unlike your father, I am not a genius prosecutor. Plus, I doubt his record of a 40-year win streak will ever be broken. But perhaps it is for the best it remains unbroken. For no one should have conceived of the notion to convict all defendants in the first place.
What a foolish statement from a foolish who hates to lose. It's the job of the prosecutor to make sure that all defendants are found guilty in court. There's nothing more important to this world than a perfect victory.
That may be your opinion, however, I don't believe that's all we are. As a prosecutor, what I pursue is not the perfect victory, but the perfect truth. But if it means that the bridge I must cross will crumble beneath my feet, then let it crumble as I walk on towards the truth.
You're good at keeping me entertained, Mr. Prosecutor. But you know, humans are delicate creatures. The slightest bump and we expire. I'd like you to consider, if you will, the possibility that the sword is used in such a way that an attack killed the mask without bending it.
That's a stretch. Like, I'm not crazy in thinking that's stretching it a bit, right?
So what do you think about my hypothetical scenario?
I think it's absolutely stupid. I think it's absolutely just stupid. Alright. Alright, so you're saying the sword was swung in a way where it didn't bend. Even though we just established it's made from, like, weak, like, really weak and cheap material. Alright. Alright, fucking, do you have any evidence to support this claim? Do you have any evidence?
I think you know what to do here, right? And what you need.
Of course. What I need is evidence even he can't refute. This is it. It's time to bring this to a close.
It's possible you samurai saw to kill someone.
And under the circumstances,
it's the only logical conclusion. We searched GMC top and bottom, but the victim's blood is only on that weapon. So it's only natural suspicion will fall into the owner of that weapon.
How long do you tend to cling onto this preposterous theory?
As long as I want, because we examined every corner within the walls of the embassy. There's no stone we left unturned. We have managed to come up with the only one logical conclusion. The only place inside the embassy where the victim's blood is on that sword.
Who left no stone unturned? Is that a fact? Could the case we be talking about be like the one where like we gave Tracy like a lot of shit for like not telling us the secrets? I don't know. I feel like though, because I remember like we were going on. I don't know, because like we were going. There was like a lot about that case I think we went on, right? But I don't know. Yes, of course. In that case, allow me to make it all crystal clear for you. Believe that there's no other door possibility left to open. Allow me to force one open for you.
And how do you plan to do that?
By showing you what may possibly be the real murder weapon.
Ha! The real murder weapon? I hate to repeat myself. But my men have already searched every last inch of this embassy. They conclude that nothing else could have been used as the murder weapon. Artifacts, you still want to press forward with your little hypothesis?
Of course, because it's not possible for your men to inspect everything in their investigation.
What are you talking about? I don't appreciate mind games. I don't appreciate when people like you slander my men.
I'm not slandering them, I assure you. I am merely pointing out that their investigative dragnet has a few holes in it. Namely, that it is something your men couldn't even lay a finger on. That item is the real murder weapon.
Right then, I'll play along for now. This real weapon I killed the Master II. What exactly is it?
Is it this one? The National Treasure of Alabast.
You mean the Primiduck statue?
Yes, as you know, only the ambassador and the secretariat may touch it. Which I believe means that neither you nor your men were able to examine it, correct?
You know very well that there'd be an international incident between the Kingdom of Alabast and the Republic of Babel. The two countries' precarious relationship teeters at imbalance over a stupid fight related to sovereignty statue. But I'll be damned if that stuff go unexamined.
Agent Lang, if you could take a look at this. The direction of statues facing just before and after the crime are different. There's only one conclusion I could draw from that.
Go look for Ambassador Alba. Get him to give us the okay to examine the statue.
Shifu, you can't listen to this infidel's words.
He's most definitely trying to trick you.
Shifu, please, let's be rational about this.
Grrr. Lang Shi says, just go already!
Yes, sir. Shifu.
Yeah?
I'm really sorry, sir, but I was unable to convince the ambassador. I was unable to obtain permission for us to examine the Primiduck statue.
I see. Wait, but then the investigation is at a standstill.
Agent Ling, I'll go speak with the ambassador personally.
Save your breath. You may act all weak and frail, but that one man's one tough cookie. I guess you gotta be a little tough when you're representing your whole country, you know.
Agent Lang.
What do you want? Let's just hurry up and examine the statue already.
But, Shifu, what about causing an international incident?
Quiet! I'll take the fall if I have to later.
Agent Lang, the hypothesis is mine, so if someone is to take responsibility, let it be me.
Responsibility? If we're talking on such a heavy terms, maybe I should let you. It'd be a real problem for my men if something would happen to me. Alright then. Let's talk more investigating.
If we want to know the truth, we can't stop here. Action must be taken. Agent Lang, I like to run a luminal test. I like to run a luminal chemiluminescence test of the statue.
A luminal test. Good thinking. The statue's the murder weapon. Some of the victim's blood should be on it. Okay, let's get the forensics team in here. Looks like you hit a jackpot, Mr. Prosecutor. I guess this means the real weapon that killed the Master II.
Indeed.
I won't celebrate yet if I were you. This is not your friend off the hook. Doesn't prove he didn't kill the Master II, so the charge remains.
We are hardly done examining Sachi, Agent Lang. Knowing this is the real murder weapon, I believe further examination is required.
You think so? Okay, knock yourself out. Handprints.
Noof.
Now, what do we have here? Steady smudge. It looks like handprints. What definitive bit of evidence? It's like you doing under here. Looks like I got some fingerprints to announce.
Worst case scenario, his prints belong to Larry. Looks like it's too late for me to do anything about that now.
Hey, forensics guy. I want to result in the fingerprints ASAP, hear me?
Agent Lang, I have the analysis results, sir.
Good, and
Sir, about the prints we lifted from the bottom of the statue. Well, you know the victim of the murder in the Babalese embassy? That was too quick. I fucking know, right? Like, Jesus Christ. I found out, like, almost instantly. My God. Prints belong to him, Mr. Manny Kojin, sir.
but that's... What's going on around here?
No, that's impossible. Each Prim Duck statue can only be handled by someone of that country.
But holograms don't seem to be... Yeah. Honestly, at this point, it's... Maybe I should... Wait, but I couldn't have. Maybe I should have, like, I don't know, maybe I wouldn't... Maybe I would have gone so hard on Great Ace if I played this first. Sorry.
The main fact Mr. Kojin's fingerprints are on this one. And leaves the only one conclusion. This statue is actually Babal's Prima Duck statue.
Impossible! It can't be! After seeing the magic pool of water and spirits of justice, slight ease on... Yeah. Actually, the very fact that, like, there's, like, actual spirit possession in, like, the first 3 games probably should have maybe be like, oh.
Ringleader of smuggling operation was killed with the Alabastian knife from Babal. And the Master Second was killed in Alabastian soil with Babal's national treasure. And the mystery of the great thief Yatagarasu, who visited both countries. The pieces were there, but I'd yet to see the big picture they were to form.
Alright. How long to next ad break? Alright. I think I'm going to run ads a little bit early. And while that's happening, I'm going to go quickly refill up my water bottle because it is nearly empty. And also go and also empty out the water cooling because it is a little full. So yeah, let me just put this up here. Yeah, and I will see you all either when I'm back or when the ads are done. All right. So yeah, just let me just actually do I should probably have some music on here. I should probably show some music. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. There we go. All right. With that being said, I'll be back in a quick minute. So yeah, behave yourselves. Behave yourselves. Okay, I am back. Alright, how many do you ads have again? Oh, they're done now. Alright. Alright. Touching. Ugh. Oh boy, anyway. Let's turn this off. Alright, yeah. So I'm just checking. I was just checking. I was also like checking to see if I got any updates on the new model yet or not. Alright. Alright, let's get rid of this real quick. But alright. Jesus Christ, we're still in the middle section.
I've lifted the master second investigation to Francisco and returned to Babel. But my first order of business should be to look at the Babel statue.
Mr. Edgeworth! Oh, great gumshoe.
So, okay, what's the situation?
Oh, it's great. Investigating's so much fun.
In other words, they've made absolutely no progress.
We aren't giving off. Honor, sir. We're investigating our hearts out.
Very well then, would you care to give me an update on your investigation?
We've had a really fun time, sir.
I know it. Zero progress. In any case, Detective Gumshoe.
Yes, sir.
Oh, reverb salon. Why were you just in my head right now?
Oh, sorry, sir. I've been practicing my telepathy. Really impressive trick, ain't it?
I'd very much appreciate it if you unlearned everything you just learned. You have permission to enter Alabastian Embassy, is that correct?
Yup. As a local detective, I'm helping out with the investigation on both sides, sir.
Good. In case I can leave these pieces of evidence of you. They belong to the lady under the pink princess mask.
Pink Princess? That lady was playing her, sir.
The kind I was also playing the role of the pink badger yesterday.
Understood, sir. If I happen to run into her, I'll give them back to her, sir. And if I don't, I guess I'll unload them elsewhere.
He doesn't seem all that enthused to find her. But I can't blame him.
Evidence that's lost their value has been given to Detective Gumshoe.
Now then, I don't believe I'll be needing this anymore either.
What? Are you really gonna throw that autograph away?
Yes, because that still samurai was a fake.
Wait, what? What do you mean by fake?
Now then, I believe it's time for a little housekeeping.
So what got removed? Damn, quite a bit actually.
Ah, so you're back now, are you, Mr. Edgeworth? You must be tired.
Yeah, with these you can eat whatever you like.
These are discount tickets for our cafeteria. They open tomorrow at 10 in the morning. I appreciate the concern. Oh, but these coupons have nothing for me right now. This open air stage, what function does it serve exactly? Well, normally we use for a variety of events. It's all to attract an extra bit of attention to Babal. That tonight, over in the Bastian Rose Garden, Ambassador Elbow was to give a speech. But you know what? Maddie told me that I really should give a speech too. Mr. Cochin told you that? Yes, he does. Which is why I thought I should give a speech to my own. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to. Because of the fire the Artikarasi started. Yeah, exactly. I won't lie, because of how it looks plus the voice he gave him, definitely would have broken his nose on accident on purpose. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, like the spray of him like rubbing his hands together, I know that just gives me the impression he's kind of like a sleazeball, even though I don't think that's the direction they went for this character. I don't know, I think I just can't help but give him a voice like that. Ambassador Palino, I'd like to ask you a little more about the prima duck statues. Oh, I see. Well, let me ask you this. Did you know that Alabasta Babel used to have one country called Cadopia? Yes, I know that much about your history. Well, the prima duck statues belong to the founders of Cadopia. At least that's how the story goes. It was bequeathed unto the king of Cadopia as a symbol of the country's wealth. So it was meant to be a symbol of sovereignty and right to rule, I take it. Yes, that's right. Which is why both countries are so adamant about their claim. We hold the real statue, therefore we hold the right to rule is the reasoning. So wait, was like the proving ceremony of like proving which one's real was like more than just simply it's like, oh, this was the real one all along. Was it also like determining which country has like the right to rule like the rest of Cadopia? Interesting. It is pretty petty when you think about it, though, I suppose. I don't know. I do kind of drop like the sleaze act when it is like this portrait, like. Developers and Pablo want to re-establish relations. Should not put an end to the squabbling of the statue. Oh, sorry. I have no reason to believe so. The Primneck statue is even more important now as a key to diplomacy. But I wonder if Ambassador Paulino knows about what has happened to the very important key to diplomacy. Perhaps I should try showing him his key and see what he has to say about it. Ambassador Paulino, there's just one thing I'd like to ask you about. Yes? No, don't worry, you can ask me more than just one thing. How about 2 or 3? In exchange, I expect you to be coming to Babal, yes? Thank you, but just one thing is all I require. Mini-Cochin, I'd like to ask you about this man. I'd like to ask about this man who was your secretary. Sure, I'll tell you what I know. Thank you for cooperation, Ambassador. He was, well, if I had to put in one word, he was an able man. Able? Like, was he able to, like, get stuff done? If there was ever anything I needed as an ambassador, he was able to get it for me. To think that a man like that had a hand in a smuggling ring right onto my nose, going completely unnoticed. Actually, I suppose because he was an able man, I was unable to detect his dirty dealings. Sounds like Mr. Cochin had a very sharp mind. Recently, Maddie's been really busy. Since I became Babelese representative at the Country Unification Council, he's been working tirelessly to cover my work for me. I'm sorry, but what was this Country Unification Council? Oh, well, you see, tonight's events proceeded without a hitch. Our 2 countries were to reunify and become... Oh, so I was right. And I guess, if how things turned out, that dream won't be realized anytime soon. I suppose not. Alright. Ambassador Polina, what if we could take a look at this for me? The Prima statue sitting near Alabas right now actually belongs to Babal. So it would appear. I received a call from Ms. Von Kalm about this earlier. You will understand why we should inspect Babal's Prima statue immediately. Because the statue currently in your country's possession, Yes, well, I've already inspected it myself. And it is definitely an alabaster statue. I know, because it's a real statue. And you're saying the Babals was a replica? I'm embarrassed to say it's true, even I knew that someday it would be exposed. I received my orders from the leaders of Babal, and I was to negotiate with Ambassador Alba at this event. I was to negotiate with him and fix the results of the evaluation tonight. Say that we cannot determine which statue was the real one. Why are you telling me this? Well, because you already figured it out. Our statue is just a hollow gold shell. If Babal's were to lose face, reunification of the country is what's important. I'm right in thinking that, aren't I? I'm not making a mistake, right? If you don't know yourself, then I won't pretend to know either. I never thought that by being betrayed by my own secretary, the real symbol of all would be given to me. It was simply ironic. So, okay. I'm gonna see if I can piece together what happened here. I'm gonna guess Manny has some serious dirt on Callisto U. And okay, I'm not entirely sure if I still believe the idea that Yu is Yatagarasu, but if I had to guess, there's a chance that he blackmailed her to swap over the Alabaster and Babel statues, so that when the evaluation was done, they would say that Babal's statue was the real one, so thus the two countries would unite under the Babalese government. I don't know how Damascus II fits into that. I think Damascus II was probably just brought on as like extra help, if I had to guess. In real time cleaning up after fire. We should stay. Okay. It appears that the stage is scheduled to be renovated. You know, I would love to perform here on a stage like this. Something like the greatest great thief show. Don't you think it'd be a bad idea for a thief to show their face to the world? A ladder. Actually, that's a step ladder. Not this fucking conversation again. Okay, so for those who do not know, in the first 3 games, I don't know if it was in like every case or if it was just like once per game, but there would always end up being like a argument between like Phoenix and like whoever his like assistant is during the case about whether a step ladder and ladder are the exact same thing or there is like a difference between them.
No way.
Hey, they're structured up. They're totally different. But of course, from a thief's perspective, the best kind of ladder is a rope ladder. Step ladder is much too heavy to carry around after all.
From a prosecutor's perspective, any type of ladder is guilty of being dangerous during an earthquake.
Like the conclusion you came to there.
Mr. Hedgeworth.
You look like you're enjoying yourself, Detective.
Well, I don't have much else I enjoy as much as good investigation, sir.
So, what did you find out?
Well...
Spill it. Okay.
I take it's found nothing of particular use, as usual.
Hey, Mr. Hedgeworth, I got something really interesting from the Ambassador Paulino.
Oh, and what's this something interesting?
Yes, sir.
That looks really expensive to just be given. Ah, so pretty. I'm jealous. That's a real treasure right there.
What is the flame burn green, Detective?
Is it copper? Oh. So apparently if you burn special white crystal oil that they only make in Babal, it burns this green color, sir. From a construction work perspective point of view, a ladder is a ladder. The name is just states out. Yeah, that's probably it. Like, that's probably the same conclusion I'd come to, is that, like, okay, they both serve the same purpose, but it's different heights.
Interesting. The special property of the oil. I suppose this is a ploy to force people to visit Babal should the oil run out.
Hey, Gummy, what are these silhouettes?
There's some cutouts on the outside land so I project the images.
Oh? Silhouettes, huh? They're rather pretty, aren't they? Oh, wait, what am I doing? I was supposed to be asking for an update on the investigation.
Hey, what's wrong, sir?
That's what I want to investigate for me. Do you think you could do that much?
You guys, sir.
Hey, that's not fair. Why is Gummy gonna do all the fun stuff?
Well, that's because I'm Mr. Edger's partner.
I can't believe you took advantage of the confusion and stole my role as assistant.
I expect the two of you to get along and work together like professionals on this.
Hey, where are you going? Are you heading back to Albas?
Yes, before I do, I suppose I should give you a summary of what happened. Yeah, so my best friend turned out to be Steel Samurai. Now this best friend, oof, let me tell you. He's a grade A idiot. Like, I'm talking real stupid. I'm talking throwing against a brick wall 8 times as a baby. I'm talking didn't even get to high school. Yes, so turns out he was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and, well, apparently he seemed to have forgotten that I was trying to defend him from a murder charge, because, oh yeah, a murder happened in Alabast. And they suspected him of doing it. Now, I was trying my best to defend him, but he seemed to be against it at every step of the way. I was able to somehow prove it. I was able to get some of the suspicion off him, but...
So it is a murder in both countries using an object from the other country.
That's the gist of it. Bal is just as strict as Alabas. There's a spectrum of the people and things that enter the country. You know, somehow both murder weapons were smuggled into the 2 countries. That's the only logical conclusion that can be drawn. Perhaps the key to weapon smuggling is the person who traversed both countries.
You mean the fake Yatakarasi?
In one way or another, Yatakarasi is connected. Of this, I'm sure. Now then, when was the Yatakarasi first spotted?
I believe it was the Rose Garden in the Alabastan side of the embassy. Yeah, it's just on the other side of his boundary. It's where Ambassador Alba was to give a speech tonight. At least that's where I heard the Yatakarasi had appeared.
In that case, I believe it's vital that I investigate the Rose Garden post-haste.
Wait, before you go, take a look at this, Mr. Edgeworth.
What is that?
I guess it's a guitar pick. Picked up just now over there. Do you think it'll be anything any use?
There's a little water on it, but how did water get on it? Doesn't look like there's anything I could get wet around here.
I was thinking, they have concerts here at this open air stage from time to time, right?
Alright, I'll find its owner later.
Oh yeah, there's one more thing. Mr. Edgeworth, would you be willing to hold on to this?
What is this?
It's Busy's perfume. It's a bottle that woman left behind and that I found 7 years ago. I thought one day it'd be some use tracking her down. So I kept it safe all this time.
Thank you. I'd be honored to hold on to it for you.
Oh. Alright.
I think I'll return to investigation in Alabas now, but...
I know. I'll go back to Babel and do some more investigating there. The thing's gonna smell... Yeah, like, I don't know about perfume... Okay, I don't know how perfume works, but...
I don't know how perfume works, but like I'd imagine like this perfume has an expiry date, right? Or at least I'd imagine it would, right? Hmm. Sorry, I'm like really trying to go ahead, but like my throat's fucking killing me. I'll probably get to the end of this section and then we'll see how I'm feeling. Also, I'm just quickly checking a few things right now. Okay. Ah, Francisca. How are things in Babal? Although I can't really say I expect much from Scruffy and that girl. The investigation into Manikuchin's death hasn't really progressed any. Oh, but the investigation to Yatakarasu has. Ah, yes, the Yatakarasu. But now I find it hard to believe. I will say, I do quite like that we are getting, like, Francisca and, like, Edgeworth, like, doing, like, investigations together. That much I can say I do. That much I do say I do quite like, because, like, yeah, even in the second game, like, even though it was established that, like, Francisca is, like, the adoptive sister of Edgeworth, they don't really interact that much, I think. I don't think they actually do they interact that much? I think they did in, like, the last case. But I think other than that, no. Yeah, and I do think that's mostly because, like, Edgeworth only appears in the last case, so... A person who can freely traverse between two countries at will. Preposterous. Well, that's where I came here to investigate. Wait, was that the third wait, was it the third game? Sounds like we're about to replay the original trilogy. Yeah. I mean, I might as well. I mean, I've done, I've done, like, I mean, it would kind of just make sense. I mean, like, we've done Great Ace duology, the Polyjustice trilogy, and we're doing this duology. I might as well, you know, at some point. I heard this is where witnesses claim to have seen the Yatagarasu. That's correct. Ambassador Elba was to give a speech here in Alabast. And that's when the Yatagarasu appeared. The shadow of the mysterious thief appeared just as suddenly as it vanished. After that, there was a fire at the Babylonis embassy that the Yatagarasu started. I vowed that not a single fellow in the Yatagarasu shall escape my diligence. The rose scout on the surface of the water, creating a pleasant fragrance. It's not just for aesthetics. This pool water is also used for putting out fires. I see. Oh. The pool stopped filling itself automatically. The fountain sprouts are set to stay open until the pool's water reaches a certain level. If this water is used to put out fires, I suppose it must be refilled to its normal level. Which suggests this pool was recently used somehow at this embassy. I guess I'll take some note about it just in case. I got nothing. I got nothing. Sure. Why not? Sure. Yeah, Larry was in there for some reason. How dare you surprise me like that? I'm sorry. Oh, hey, Edgy. Thanks for what you did back there. Your gratitude alone is enough. More importantly, Larry, this pool's not for your personal enjoyment. I know that. Do you really think I could be the type to jump into a pool somewhere out for fun? Yes. Yes. I fully 100% believe that. Because that's just the kind of person you are.
Objection!
Alright then, did you by chance fall into the pool?
Nice guess, but not a dice. So you know my son, right, Edgy?
Your son?
I guess I kinda lost sight of him when I shook hands with the ambassador. And I'm pretty sure he was around here with us, so
You imbecile! How could you be so flippant at a time like this? What are you going to do if your son fell into the pool?
How old is this child of yours anyway? How was he again?
Larry, this is the first time I've heard of a son. Who exactly is the mother?
The mother. Oh, that chick, the pink princess.
That pink princess? Miss Von Karma. Son for a few seconds wonder if yeah, I know they're referring to like the son that like the Seal Samurai has, but like oh, trust me, this guy, he does not get any. He has not seen the down below area of a woman ever in his life. And there's no shot. I was a bit confused by this man's words for a bit there. However, I believe what he so good for is the colony of the Iron Infant.
Yeah, because I'm still samurai through and through, heart and soul. And the Iron Infant's the cute little son.
You have given all new meaning to the phrase, an astounding fool. Larry, we have not seen hide nor have the Iron Infant. Rest assured, if you find him, we'll let you know. Now get out of there.
Sounds good. In that case, I'll go search over there.
Hey, wait! Well, still so we get very far swimming around that pool. I know days unrelated to the murders. Sure knows how to cause a lot of trouble. Oh yeah. So this is when Buster Elbows to give a speech.
The stage was set nicely. However, there wasn't no... Where was the audience supposed to sit?
Perhaps we sit around the edge of the pool.
That's such poor planning. There's no place other than the spot or two behind the pool. They really should have made seating arrangements like how the gallery is set up in courts.
Indeed, in the sense consideration would have also taken into account.
So in the end, the speaker and his audience would have stand the whole time, huh?
Yes, I expect the audience would have liked to sit down after a while.
My guess is that this like pool here, you can drain it, lift the platform up, and it can serve as like a temporary like seating area for like guests.
The statue best resembles the Prima Duck statue.
The Plaxus, King Primadux in the battlefield. In order to save the queen, King Primadux put his life on the line and went to war.
So Prima Duck is actually a person of royal blood. I thought it was just simply someone imitating a character from an ancient legends.
Well, that surprises... Well, what surprises me is the real person who looked like Steel Samurai existed.
I suppose there's that too. There's an overturned spotlight here.
When the Yatagarasu appeared, the audience that waited for a speech started to panic. I suppose that's when someone must have knocked it over.
I'm having a tough time visually mass confusion that took place there.
I've heard I have a good night, Jazzy, and you have a good day, Aqua. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, my throat's like feeling like bad anyway, so I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to be going on for. Oh. Sorry, just shushing real quick and giving let my throat rest for a bit. Alright, sorry.
I thought so. It was my whip to capture the Yatagarasu. However, there were people in the way, and I was unable to land even a single lash.
I suppose this means that some other poor saps were hit instead.
Honestly, Francisca whipping, like, just the general public, that's not surprising.
I suppose Ambassador Alba sat in his chair.
Ambassador Alba is very elderly. The chair is prepared for him should he have gotten tired during his speech.
In that case, why didn't you plan to make his speech sitting down in the first place?
The ambassador is also quite prideful, that's why.
He sounds like my old principal from grade school, who'd speak at assemblies.
Have you finished checking out the bystanders?
Yes, sir. And we found 14 counts of pickpocketing, 16 counts of illegal parking, and one person ran a red light, sir.
Don't tell me you couldn't find anything related to the case.
Sir, not a single thing, sir. For now, let's just get those other lawbreakers down to the precincts.
Agent Lang,
Oh, but isn't Mr. Prosecutor?
I would just like to thank you for your assistance earlier.
Make no mistake. It's like I'm trying to help you. With what I did.
After I left, did you see Fred from Ambassador Alba?
I had to wrap up the bodyguard's assignment at the end of the day. Early enough, we received word from HQ to return home in an urgent matter. Heh, as if it could be so easily called away from this case after I've come this far. I swear that I'll find the truth and drag it out screaming into the light. You're with me on that, right, Mr. Prosecutor?
Well, yeah. Sorry, because my back's also... my back's also kind of... Because if I have to sit in my chair, I can't, like, rest it, like... I can't rest it, like, completely on the back. Like, if I did that... Like, there'd be no way to, like, properly set up, like, my microphone without, like, covering my face.
You were working as Ambassador Alba's bodyguard at the time. So naturally, you witnessed when the Yatagarasu appeared, correct?
Yeah, I saw the thief alright. With my own two eyes. Yatagarasu was always there, lurking in the shadows. When the spotlights were turned on for Ambassador Alba's speech, a shadow appeared. That's when cries of "It's the Yatagarasu" ran out. Next second, the spotlight went out. By the time we got the area lit again, the deft thief had vanished. When investigated afterwards, we found that the reason the lights went out was because someone had unplugged the extension plug for the outdoor electronics. Whether it was someone doing it on purpose, or simply a guest who had tripped over it, we don't know. But one thing's for certain, Yatagarasu was here.
So you're saying that basically, all I saw was the thief's silhouette.
Yes.
If all you saw was a shadow, then it's entirely possible that the shadow belonged to someone else.
Ha! Good thinking, sis. You just might be right. One for the fact that no one else was the same shape. Not among staff or the audience members. My men have already done a thorough check of everyone, so I know I'm right.
Someone else's shadow. That sounds like a plausible hypothesis. Anything else here? There's an overturned spotlight here.
Okay, I think we read this already.
A statue of a woman. What are the ladies pouring water?
It says it's a statue of the queen who spoke of love to King Primadux. Well, Master,
It seems that you're lousy at reading a woman's heart.
I opened my mouth about a statue. She somehow made a leap of that. Suddenly appearing and disappearing, shouting out to Garasu. I believe I figured out its true origin.
I expect no less from my subordinates. Let's hear what you know on the subject.
The sudden appearing and disappearing shadow of Yatagarasu. It's not possible to create by the statue.
Are you playing me for full, Mars Edgeworth? The statue bears absolutely no resemblance to the shadow of the Yatagarasu.
You are correct. However, the statue is but one part of the whole picture.
What do you mean by only one part?
The flower? It's
Another statue?
Yatagarasu shadow is made from shadows of these two statues.
Mate? What do you mean by that?
Right now, the spotlights are all over the place. It's because they were moved when the guests were in panicked states. However, if they were to restore the lights to where they were when the thief appeared,
You believe that those shadows will create the Yatagarasu?
shadow? Precisely. Now then, watch as I reveal the true form of the Yatagarasu. First, we sub spotlights made to cast shine the King Prima Ducks in the battlefield. The shadow of the King Silver would appear in a backdrop of the stage. Likewise, we sub the lights on the Queen who spoke of love to the King Prima Ducks. The silver will also appear in a backdrop of the stage.
Aha! So if we combine the two shadows...
It looks nothing like the Yatagarasu shadow.
Mars Edgeworth, how do you explain this grotesque shape?
Calm down, Francisca. The way the lights need to be shone on the Queen statue is wrong.
What do you mean by that?
I believe the whole King's shadow needs to be used for this to work. However, in the case of the Queen, I do believe the whole shadow is needed. You're right, I apologize. No, the what part of the Queen's statue was used to complete the Yatagarasu shadow?
The hands?
Think back to what's missing from our shadow. 5 long, thin areas, correct? Now, what does that remind you of?
Ah!
That's right. Could it be the shadow of the Queen's left hand? Francisca, can we please adjust the spotlight's position? So that it only shines on the Queen's left hand.
Alright, let's give it a try and see what we get. It's... Yeah, it's exactly like the shadow I saw.
The culprit must have changed the spotlight's position beforehand. And then pulled the plug. After people saw the culprit wanted them to see. In the panic, the guests must have moved the spotlights around, which we could assume is also part of the culprit's plan. By the time the lights come back on, the Yatagarasu shadow has vanished. Which means that the shadow was constructed from the very beginning. So you see, the Yatagarasu never did visit Alabasta tonight. The only country the thief visited was Babal, although it can be assumed the Yatagarasu had an accomplice in Alabasta. Sorry,
An accomplice? But who?
I haven't figured it out yet, but I assume it was the person who set the shadow show. Since the biggest clue yet to solve in this case is the existence of his accomplice. Oh, take the bad. Take the bad. Come to join us investigating the Yatagarasu. I've left the murder and Agent Lang's charge. My only target from the very beginning is the Yatagarasu. So yes. So, what have you found out?
I got a piece of evidence.
May I see it?
Sure, but you might regret it.
We're here because we are ready to face whatever may come. So if you please...
When people heard the commotion, bystanders started gathering. And one woman claimed, I'm telling you, I'm genuine international journalist. She gave me an interesting picture.
A journalist?
Well, actually, she's a freelance cameraman. This is the photo I got from her.
What in the world?
Yatagarasu is flying through the air?
The times, they're changing. It's not just man, but evidence. Even they lie to us now.
When was this photo taken?
Apparently, right after the fires on the 4th and 5th floors were put out. It was taken from a nearby building that you can see the embassy from.
I see. So this was taken after the fires.
The blur in the picture took off the Babbly's embassy, flew over the boundary, and headed for the embassy of Elbast.
This is simply not possible. People are incapable of flight.
Is that a fact? I've had the pleasure of dealing with a case involving a flying person once.
Actually, come to think of it, I've come across a case like that as well. Too, actually.
Maybe it happens more often than we think.
To toss us over mystery behind this photograph. Well, the Yatagrassi took off from the Babbly's embassy, so we should start from there. Francisco, I need to return to Babel investigation for a bit.
Alright. I'll continue investigating this side of the building.
Alright, I'm counting on you.
I'll get back, Mr. Edgeworth. Now, come on, let's get back to investigation.
Yes, let's.
Actually, I'm wondering if maybe now would be a good place to end it, because my throat. Right, we'll enter Babal and see what there is. To think, after all that running around, we're right back to where we started.
It would appear that way.
Hi, hello, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, I can't even do this guy's voice anymore. Okay, I think I might need to end. Have you found Manny's killer, yes?
I'm terribly sorry, Ambassador Paolino, but I've yet to find his killer.
I guess his murder really was the work of the Yatagarasu. Let's get one thing straight. It's the work of the fake Yatagarasu. Yatagarasu is a noble vigilante who only seals the truth. Miss Faraday, please don't make such a sad face. If there's anything I can do for you, all you have to do is ask, alright? Mr. Paolino.
Actually, there's one thing you can do. Will you let's take another look around? We don't have enough time to conduct a thorough investigation earlier. Oh, sure. Please feel free to investigate to your heart's content. Also, there's a few questions I'd like to ask you personally, Ambassador. If it'll bring a smile back to Miss Faraday's face, then I'll gladly answer anything.
Thank you, Mr. Paolino. You're a total gentleman. You don't have to waste such nice words on me, little miss. Hey, Sir Paolino.
Miss, you got chummy awfully quick.
As you say, we're going to investigate, but where should we begin?
We should probably start by comparing the state of the room before and after the fire. And then we should look at the matter of the suspicious person you spotted.
Yeah, when it came to this room, the person was already gone. But I'm willing to bet the person I was chasing was Kochin's killer.
We don't know that yet, however it's hard to believe the person is unrelated. Furthermore, because the key to Yatagrassi stole 7 years ago was found here, it signals that perhaps Mr. Yu is also somehow involved.
I knew it. Elmer's was definitely Mr. Kochin's killer.
Yet again, we don't know that. There are too many mysteries to be solved here. So good to get to Yatagrassi's mysteries. I received the most mysterious photo from Detective Bads.
Uncle Bads? He's taking part in the investigation too?
Yes, he's been chasing you out to Grassy for all these years.
Uncle Bads.
No, then, I was told this photo was taken after fire.
Okay, I can't even do the voices anymore. I actually need to stop. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna end things here because I need to actually stop because my throat's actually killing me.
Alright.
I don't need to. I just saved. Alright, so let me just move myself. Let me just move myself over here. Bop 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 what? There we go. Right. Let's see who is currently online tonight. Nasu, Dandy, Don. Pardon me, sorry. Okay, so who do we go? Who we raid tonight? I raid Don tonight. Why not? Sorry, Mountain Blade 2, Bannerlord. Alright. Alright. Let me get the raid message sorted out. Alright, so as for streams for the rest of this week, I'm thinking I want to do an art stream on Saturday. So again, I'm not entirely sure who are going to be joining just yet, but we will be joining someone. I might stream tomorrow. That's just going to be depending on how I'm feeling tomorrow. But we'll definitely stream Sunday night, where we'll be doing Hollow Knight. Alright. That is the current schedule at the moment. Tomorrow is maybe. Saturday will be arts, and then Sunday will be Hollow Knight. Yeah, sorry. My brain's kind of mush right now. Alright, we're gonna be raiding Don Koala, who's currently playing Mountain Blade 2. Of course, that there is the raid message, and remember, if you don't have my modes, complaints of any modes of your choosing, so long as they are appropriate. Ugh. Sorry, my throat's really killing me. I had to really push my voice today. Alright, but yeah, I guess, as I mentioned before, I have paid off like the second half of I fully paid off now like the model rigging commission, so that should be, I should be receiving updates on that soon. And yeah, yeah, I guess with that being said, I don't think I have anything else to really announce. Alright, with that being said, I've been Jesse Jamie, your virtual resident of the internet, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye!